We'll call this meeting to order as the outgoing chair and from last year, and we haven't met since August 7th. What was the minute say? 17th. Yeah. So call this to order, and the first order of business is to elect the new chair. I will just mention before we do that declaration of pecuniary conflict of interest, and needs to note that. I guess I introduce Janet Ferguson, our acting CAO. I think everybody knows Janet. She's here today for our staff. So at this time, I would open it up for nominations for chair for this coming year. I would recommend that Board Robinson be chair.
I'll second that recommendation.
All in favor of that? That's great. It's been a pleasure to be chair for a year and carry on.
Well, I thank you for that, and I guess I should say to the public that this is a meeting that's a public meeting, but there won't be public input from the public. So, just to put that on the outset, there will be no questions from the public. Okay, I guess we don't need introductions anymore. It's been a long time since we had a meeting, but I think we all know one another anyway. So I guess we need then item number 2, approval of the agenda.
Okay, Mr.
I
Chair.
need a mover and a seconder for that. You to speak to that?
Before we do the motion to approve the agenda, there is one update that's been brought to my attention. Report item 6.6 on your agenda. There is an updated report that's been officially signed off. So we'll distribute it at this point, but when it comes time, you can then take a few minutes to read over it. So if you can just have a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Moved by Board Member McGuire, seconded by Board Member Dietrich. All in favor? That's carried.
So we'll get when we get to that one.
Okay, we'll go through disclosure of pecuniary conflict of interest and general nature thereof. Seeing none, we'll move on to item number 4, approval of the minutes of the previous meeting, 4.1 minutes of August 17, 2012, Grand Bend Agenda Joint Sewage Board Meeting. A mover and a seconder. Councilor Dietrich, Councilor Elizabeth, board member I should say. Sorry. All in favor? Carried. Old business? None. New business? Number 6.1, annual report of the Grand Bend area sewage treatment lagoon, Lambton Shores.
I move that we receive this one.
Moved, ready? Moved by Board Member Weaver, seconded by Board Member Thomas. All in favor? That's carried. 6.2, proposed 2013 budget of the Grand Bend area sewage treatment, Lambton Shores. Board Member Elizabeth.
Yes, I'll move that recommendation.
Seconder? You moved it, did you?
I did.
Yeah. Board Member Dietrich. All in favor? That's carried. Okay, 6.3. Potential rental of unused land on lagoon property for pasture. Who's going to speak to that? Councilor Holmes.
I do believe that land should be utilized, all land should be utilized if we can. And I just have to know, or a problem with, if we rent it out, under partway through we start constructing, do we not need some of this land to put maybe surplus dirt or some equipment on or that? And if it's rented, we might have a problem with that. And it might be best, I'm not saying we would lose some money, but just big money compared to the overall picture. And it might be easier to keep it for ourselves to use than trying to work within the confines of a fenced off area. Then when the project is done, have it properly fenced and then do something with it then.
Any other comments?
Just I have a concern, if there's gonna be cattle on that land, where do they get water? Is there a source of water for them other than the creek or the river? Environmentally, they shouldn't be fenced down to the river to get a drink, there should be a water outlet there. I'm not sure what that is, I think there's something that needs to be looked at.
So I guess, go ahead.
I agree with you. I think we need to look at it, and this come up. I know it's been discussed for a little bit, but there's a lot of questions I have here also. It states that there's 12 acres. There's way more than 12 acres there, so I don't know whether some of it is supposed to be, like, is there, it says the ship could drain. To be environmentally friendly, it should be fenced off, so I think we need to get a better picture of this before we do anything, and I would rather be after construction, so that there's no interference. If we need the land for stockpiling for now, then
I understand it hasn't been rented for a number of years, it was at one time used for cattle, the neighboring property, assuming you could have provided water to them, but I think maybe we better take a look at this.
So I guess general consensus is that we don't rent the land, we keep it until the construction period is over, and then we'll decide what we're going to do, so we'll just take that as direction. Okay,
George,
go ahead.
could I just go back to the previous report just for a minute? I just want to be sure. I have no problem with the recommendation that was in the motion that was passed, but in the last paragraph, it just addresses the issue of slightly modifying the process of calculating for budget processes, for what the operating costs will be. And I know our staff is a bit of concern that bringing it in at the end of the year is complicating the budget preparation. So I just want to be sure that the board is in support of this recommendation on the last paragraph there. And so if I could perhaps make a motion that it says staff proposes that the 2014 budget be based on a 3-year average of the previous 2 years' actual operating costs and an estimated final cost for the current year. And so if I could make that motion, I think it would help Lambton Shores and no doubt help South Plain as well.
Okay, I would, any other comments on that? Does anybody on the staff have a comment on that?
Would support that, just in being proactive here, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so it's moved by board member Elizabeth Davis, and seconded, I need a seconder, board member Weaver. All in favor?
Just setting the process.
Yep. Okay, that's carried then. Okay, is that good? Okay, thank you.
Confirming the process.
Yep. Okay, is it 24? Update on the status of the Grand Bend area sewage treatment facility project. Lambton Shores, Mr. Kittman.
Sure, if you don't mind, I'll speak to it briefly. We submitted our scope change application for the capital project on October 4th of last year. We've been in contact with BCF on a regular basis since that time. We were left with the original understanding that it would take about a 1-month time to turn around a decision. However, we've not heard a decision yet regarding our funding application for the new project. We spoke to them a couple of weeks ago, and again we were told that it's going through the committee process, and basically we'll have an answer when they make a decision. The other part of the process is Part 2 orders related to the ESR addendum. There are 17 Part 2 orders, 15 of which related to Lambton Shores, 2 of which related to South Huron. Between Mr. Garberson and I, we decided that each respective municipality would deal with those Part 2 orders that dealt with their municipality. Both of us have submitted the requisite information to the Ministry of the Environment, and in speaking with them last week, it's still at the project planner level, and they'll make a recommendation to their supervisors whether or not the Part 2 orders are valid. So again, just waiting for a decision to be made.
Board member Weaver.
I have some wording on a motion that I think would be appropriate. It is that I move that Lambton Shores is the